Next, I'm going to talk about the Sosas. It would take an entire episode to cover even part of what I know about the Sosas. As many of you know, the Sosa Rio brothers were originally out of Santa Barbara. However, it is my understanding that they moved in the 1970s to live with their mom down in San Diego. In fact, I just recorded a solo episode on the NF San Diego Regiment, whereby I talked to a couple individuals who grew up with the Sosas and later on became law enforcement. I will show the entire episode at the end of the NF roll call. However, here's a little glimpse. So let's get into the Sosa brothers. We've talked about them a lot already, and we kind of just go down the list. How many brothers do you recall, Carlos, that were with the
I
Sosas?
remember Robert, Babos Rio Sosa, Julio Rio Sosa, that was Buggy. Manos was Michael Rio Sosa. And then, we were talking about one other guy, and I think he overdosed. He lived in the JLJ apartments there in Chula Vista. You remember them right next to Castle Park Junior
Oh,
High?
of course. Yeah. Yeah.
He was living there, and I'm pretty sure he overdosed there. No, that's it. Just those guys there, the ones that I knew. But I knew them fairly well because when I was in high school, they were released to the community here in San Diego. Hundreds of these guys, MA and NF, BGF, AB, they were all released by Rose Bird into the streets, and they went throughout all of California. Well, the Sosas wound up coming and living in what they call South San Diego, right next to Imperial Beach. And they're the ones that did all of the heavy recruiting for the NF here in San Diego. I would meet with them. Back in high school, they would come over to our house because they were now related by marriage to their sister had married my brothers, one of my brothers, que paz descanse. And he would bring them over and introduce them. And we'd each grab a bottle of tequila, and they'd tell me all kinds of war stories about how the guards would mess with them, and how they'd throw the blankets, wet the blankets all over their heads, and they'd get the gas thrown in themselves. I didn't know if anything was true, but back then I was in high school, and it was just fun to hear them talk.